Bonjour.
From
Paris. So we arrived in Paris last night. We just went straight to our accommodation. And so now today starts pretty much 4 days in Paris.
I am made to be free.
So we're standing here in front of the city hall. They're getting it all prepped for the Olympics this year, which kind of sucks because they're like covering up the building. But it's kind of cool to see as well.
It looks nice.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll see a lot of Olympics prep around the city. But that's not for a couple more weeks, so we're not actually here for
Yeah, we're
that.
like 3 weeks ahead of the Olympics.
Yeah. Today, I am Tristan's guide, kind of. We are exploring the Notre Dame area and the Latin Quarter because later on we have tickets to the Catacombs. I have been to Paris twice before, so it's not necessarily new for me, but it's new for Tristan.
And the Catacombs are new for Stacy.
But the Catacombs are new for me. So, and it's been like 10 years, so it's still really cool to see Paris again.
I'm very pleased because the buildings, maybe it's just around here, all look very Parisian, and that pleases me. But we're both sick, but Stacy's the more sick.
Yeah, that's the thing with staying in hostels with people hacking away is they're bound to get sick.
Everybody in this frickin' continent is sick. It's crazy, and now we're one of them. But we're not too bad. But hopefully it doesn't affect us too much. We're gonna have to like find a pharmacy later and get some soothing drops. But no time for that. First, we have to see Paris.
Look, we're at the Notre Dame.
Beautiful. Wow.
It's up there. So as you should know, there was a huge fire at the Notre Dame, and so they're fixing it.
Beautiful. Wow.
Oh, man.
Along the outside wall of the Notre Dame and its reconstruction efforts are details of the restorations. It's a really nice way to, obviously limit access to the Notre Dame, but then also still have people that are visiting be able to kind of see what's going on. And it's just really interesting.
So we're now in front of the Notre Dame. There's actually like a pretty decent view. They have some bleacher seating over here to see over top of the wall some more. And then something else that's interesting is here. They actually took a statue of, I assume it's, who do you think that is?
It's Mary.
It's probably Mary, where there's people praying to the statue. So it's kind of nice that they've like taken
praying
that.
to the statue.
Or full,
it's not like idol worship. I kind of, but people are praying to the good Lord
through the statue.
Out here.
But it's kind of nice that they've done that for people. It started raining pretty hard.
So we're hiding under a ledge, and we're gonna listen to Rick Steves' like an audio walking tour while we hide. We've come to the Pantheon, the Pantheon, which you can see behind me here. For lunch, we stopped by a bakery that does the #1 croissant in Paris. In 2018, they won it. Yeah, so we got 2 sandwiches and 2 croissants, and it was like €10, which is pretty sweet. So let's have some lunch. What have you thought about Paris so far?
It's great being back.
I really like Paris, actually. It feels very Parisian. It's exactly what I wanted, exactly what I expected. And I like it. Actually, I quite like the city so far. First day, it's like been half a day, but I think it'll be really good. I think I'll leave Paris having enjoyed it. Look at this thing. Look at this croissant. It was €1.20. It's pretty sweet. And then this is my sandwich. It's just like kind of a salami and pickles, I think, is on it. Croissant. And then this is Stacy's sandwich.
Chicken.
Just like a shredded chicken, lettuce, tomato sandwich. How is it? So we're in this church, and we are impromptu attending a wedding. It's a Catholic church. It's a Catholic church. Okay, look at these fucking tourists. They're like sat right at the entrance. They got their phones out for these people getting married. Rude. See, we're here on the sides. Hiding where we should be.
6.5 hours later.
We escaped.
Where they started speaking Latin.
So we've been walking around, and then we made our way to the Luxembourg Gardens. Got ourselves some loungers. We're just chilling now.
How very Parisian of us. We spent about 40 or so minutes hanging out down by the
Had a
pond.
nap.
Stay a nap. There was some people watching the sailboats go by. It was really lovely. But the catacombs are coming up. The spooky, scary catacombs of Paris are coming up. And so we are starting to walk that way. Although we're a bit early. It's not till about 5:45, give or take, that our time slot is. So we are both keen on finding a cafe.
There's like another park just at the end of Luxembourg Park.
Just south.
And the Luxembourg Gardens is much more manicured gardens, tourists walking around. This little park feels much more local. There's like people playing ping pong, playgrounds, a little birthday party, people working out. It's just interesting seeing the difference.
We're headed to the catacombs. We're a little bit early, and so we wanted to go get a coffee, go to a little French cafe. So look at this little cafe we found. The washrooms in this country, in Europe in general, you like pay, and then they're always disgusting, and I don't understand. Or they don't have toilet paper, they don't have toilet seats, or this McDonald's had somebody didn't know where to do it in the room, and so they just did it.
On the floor.
Went on the floor. Like, it's just, I don't understand how you can be at once like the pinnacle of Western civilization and at the same time like not have figured out how a washroom works. But probably the catacombs will have a washroom.
We're here at the catacombs.
We thought there was a tour, but we see there's a lot of audio guides.
So I'm a little confused.
We don't know how that works.
Yeah. Also, buy your tickets in advance. There were signs saying that it was sold out for the day, so you don't want to show up and then be turned away. It was included.
So it's audio guide. It's our favorite.
Oh my god, it never stops. Ah, Tristan, wait for me.
Welcome to the Paris Catacombs. Take the staircase down 20 meters underground. We hope you enjoy your visit. We have left the city and the world of the living to enter a maze of galleries that are the stuff of fantasy. Our journey through the bowels of the capital is drawing to a close. We hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.
We have emerged from the catacombs. That was really cool. The walls are all like femurs and skulls, and then they just piled millions of bones behind them. And the corridors just keep going and going. It's
even
crazy.
Even sections have closed off.
It was neat learning about how the tunnels were first a quarry, and then the mass cemeteries within Paris were getting overfilled, so then they moved all of the bones from those cemeteries into the tunnels, which then became the catacombs. And then there was even a few events throughout history where the people were just buried down there. There was even a hole that they just poured bones down. Like, it's just crazy how many are down there. And it's just a total mix of people from all walks of life, all piled together. It was very interesting. If you are interested in that kind of thing, highly recommend it.
You don't get terrified by being surrounded by a bunch of skeletons,
Yeah, you might not enjoy it if that kind of freaks you out.
but Stacey.
All those
boy,
bones.
all those bones sure made me hungry. We've come for dinner here. That's what it's called, bouillon châtier. And this is our line for dinner. We finally made it in. It took so long. Oh, this place is like really neat inside. It's like really cool. Oh, there she is. She's back. Place is obviously very popular. We hope for a reason. The menu, the prices, you can't go wrong. So here is today's menu. Ground beef cheeks, that's actually beef bourguignon. But everything is kind of like 9, 10, 11, 12 euro. Very reasonable. They even offer like a little, you know, their little suggested menu for the day.
So comes with bread, and then we got grated carrots because it was cheap. And then Rosette de Lyon is like some
Salami.
nice salami. We both got the beef bourguignon. This was only 10 euro with all that pasta. Yeah. I got le profiterole chantier, which is the special cream puff with ice cream. And Tristan got lava cake.
We are in the metro now after dinner, headed back to our accommodation.
It was delicious.
It was very good. A bit longer of a day than we wanted. It's like 11 something right now.
Late dinner.
Yeah, like 11 something. We were up and out all day walking around. It's bedtime.
Bonjour. It's day 2 here in Paris. We're just heading to the metro because we have tickets for the Louvre at 10:30. Tristan's a hurting unit today.
I feel like I felt when I went to sleep. I didn't get any rest.
Yeah, I was more sick the last 2 days, but now it's his turn. We made it to the famous pyramids of the
This is the
Louvre.
biggest fucking museum I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know, it's
It's
huge.
just absolutely, I'm astounded. I had no idea.
So the way we are exploring the Louvre today is good old Rick Steves. He has like an audio guide tour of the Louvre to hit all the highlights, so that's what we're doing today so that we don't get overwhelmed in the Louvre.
Exhaustion be damned. We've completed the first gallery. Completed.
With
Rick Steves helped us complete the first gallery and took us around all the really interesting stuff. But now we're just gonna pop in sort of reasonably quick to each of the other 2 galleries, to the other 2 kind of wings, and just kind of see what's on offer, because I feel like it would be a shame, regardless of if I'm tired, to not kind of at least see it. So we're doing that, and who knows how long that'll take. It's the moat.
Oh,
We're inside
cool.
the moat. Very specifically, it's the moat of the fortress of King Philippe Auguste. So I guess before the Louvre, of course, with our royal palace was here, it was a fortress of a king's castle.
So we're kind of in the last area of the Louvre that we're going to be exploring today. How would you like the Louvre?
I really like the Louvre. It's probably like the best art museum I've ever been in.
Yeah, it's amazing, but it's
Obviously,
overwhelming.
I think it is overwhelming. It certainly is. You'd have to dedicate so much time to give it its due time. I think it's smart to do a
The hits
tour and then just kind of walk around and look, unless you have like a really, really particular interest in a particular piece of art. But our time now at the Louvre has come to an end. We're gonna go for lunch and then we're gonna go to the Eiffel Tower. Very excited. We have come to a place for lunch very similar to last night's dinner. But luckily, we didn't have to wait for like 2 hours in line. We got in 5 minutes in line, and it's very much the same. We're sticking to French things. So it should be really good. We're both really excited.
We both got steak frites. Yum. Well, lunch was delicious, as always.
Another delicious meal in Paris.
Yes. We're stuffed, and now we're heading to the Eiffel Tower. So we're walking up to the Champ de Mars, so that's like the grassy area leading up to the Eiffel Tower. But it's like all blocked off. Again, I think because of setting up for the Olympics. So unfortunately, we can't walk down that way. Oh yeah, it's like totally blocked.
Having never seen the Eiffel Tower, I'm trying to not get it in my peripherals or anything. I'm trying not to end up directly underneath it because that seems like a stupid way to see it for the first time. So we're rerouting. We're headed back towards it. And then before I turn around and cross it, I want to cross the river. Because I want my first look at it to not be like, oh, there's one leg. I want my first look at it to be like, there's the whole thing. So there's this little alleyway and maybe this will take us. I was really building it up. It's all right.
It's got the Olympic ring. Why is it brown?
Why is it brown? I keep saying that. I thought it was steel colored. It's okay. I thought it was gonna be like, whoa, the Eiffel Tower. It's kind of underwhelming. I feel guilty actually for thinking that it's not really. Yeah, it's kind of meh. I mean, it's okay. Like I'm not like, oh, why do I have to go see the Eiffel Tower? But I'm like, it's cool. They put the rings on it. I like that. I like the Olympics. I'm a big supporter of the Olympics. I think it's neat.
Other than the fact that it blocked off the whole Champ.
Oh, that's true. I wanted to see on the Champ de Mars the grass and then the Eiffel Tower.
Anywho, that ends our day today.
That ends our day in Paris. I gotta go to bed. I'm freaking exhausted.
We need to get a good rest tonight to hopefully be recovered from this illness.
Yeah, anyways, so that's the Eiffel Tower, hey? Well, good for Paris.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good morning. Today,
From Paris.
day 3. Today, we're kind of back by the Louvre. That's the back of the Louvre, I think. We were going to walk through the Jardin Tuileries or whatever it's called, but blocked off again for Olympic stuff.
Stupid Olympics.
Stupid Olympics. What the heck? Yeah, it kind of sucks that they have to keep blocking off like entire parks.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We're wandering today. It's hot today though, so we're going slow. The next place we were going to go is also blocked off because of setup for the Olympics, which really sucks. Did the Olympics ruin Paris? Maybe. Not for me. I've been here before, but Tristan doesn't get to see some things, which is too bad. But yeah, the Place de Concorde, which is where we were heading next, is all blocked off. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna continue on past it. Yeah, too bad.
Move on to the next blocked off part.
I didn't know the Venus de Milo was so active. Look, another thing kind of ruined by the Olympics setup.
As we cross the Alexander Bridge, I must say, oh, see, Stacey's all disillusioned, but that's a nice bridge.
The Grand Palais is kind of covered by Olympic stuff. but the Petit Palais isn't. That's nice.
We are walking up the Champs-Élysées and we're headed towards the Arc du Triomphe, and I'm actually very excited for it. I still expect it to provide for me what I thought the Eiffel Tower would. And it's just dawned on me as we're walking that they may have fucked it up for the Olympics. And I'm really hoping that they didn't, or that it might be brown. And I hope it's not brown, but I still have high hopes, but it just dawned on me that the Olympics might have ruined it, so. We'll see, the tension's on now. So we're next to the Louis Vuitton building, but look at this. Work in progress. This isn't the building. This is the fanciest, like, construction cover I've ever seen in my entire life.
It looks like a suitcase. There's like a buckle. That's so neat.
We're underneath it, and it's not all covered in Olympic shit.
Yay.
Which is good, because it's a war memorial. And so that would be kind of in poor taste if they slapped a bunch of Olympic rings on it, and we're like, well, Paris 2024. So that makes sense. I'm glad that that's a modicum of sense, but it's very grand. Anyway, it's kind of cool. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit.
Tristan was very pleased with the Arc de Triomphe. Now we're heading towards Montmartre, Sacré-Cœur. And our walk brought us to this park, Parc Monceau, I think it's called. We're just having another little breather. It's full of kids, school groups and stuff. Good people watching. We're just leaving the park. Oh, that's a baby.
Yeah, having a rough time back there.
But yeah, we're just leaving the park, and it was lovely. It was a really beautiful little park that we just came across.
Now we are just walking to dinner and then go to Sacré-Cœur to end our final full day in Paris. So after our long walk, we've arrived now at dinner, this place. And it's gonna be an early dinner by Parisian standards. It's 5 o'clock on the dot, which is
Our
right
style.
on time for us. So it's another one of those kind of same places that we've gone to the last couple days.
We're having some French onion soup on a hot day.
Well, that was a delicious meal once again. If you're wondering why we keep eating at places that are called bouillon, blah, blah, blah. It's because these are restaurants that originally were to kind of be cheap and quick for people who were working or whatever. So there's a history behind them. A lot of them are quite old, but now they're just like a really cheap way you can eat like actual French food. And it usually ends up being like super good.
Usually escape out with it costing between 15 and 20 euro a person.
Yeah, and you get to try a lot of different things, which is awesome. So now we are walking up to Sacré-Cœur. Here we are at Sacré-Cœur, enjoying
Our own little private view with nobody else.
So that kind of ends our time in Paris. We've had 3 full days here. Tomorrow we have about half of a day. Our hostel is kind of up by the canal area, so we're gonna go see the canal, and there's another park we're gonna explore.
Grab our last lunch.
Big lunch. Yeah, then we're heading off to Berlin.
Stacy, for your 3rd time in Paris, how did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it very much because my time was not spent entirely in museums, and I was a young student the last time I was here, so I didn't get to experience the food. So that's been really, really nice. It's so good. How did you like your first time in Paris?
I really enjoyed Paris. I really like Paris. You always hear so much mix. People like love Paris or they hate Paris. But I really liked it. I thought it was clean. I thought it like looked like Paris. It looked like what I wanted out of Paris.
Did the Olympics ruin Paris for you?
No, I don't think so.
That's good.
It's too bad. There's some things that have too much that's kind of covered up or is in construction or whatever, but I really enjoyed Paris, actually. I didn't know if I would like it as much, but I really did. I really like Paris. I'd come back to Paris. Having just finished lunch, we're just outside Gare de l'Est, and that's it. We're done. Our last day, off to Germany.
Bye.
Bye.